Good morning, everyone, and welcome to the Baking Biker. Hi, I'm Kathy, and my husband Rick is in front of me. There he goes. And we are taking one of our favorite day rides today. Today we are taking what we call the 3-pass blast. We're going to go across Stevens Pass, Blewett Pass, and Snoqualmie Pass, and stop in Leavenworth to have lunch. And hopefully we'll stop at a few scenic viewpoints for you. So, let's ride. So our first stop is Snoqualmie Falls, which is going to be off to our left over here. You can't see the falls, of course, from here. You can just see the river. But we're going to stop at Snoqualmie Falls, and that'll be our first viewpoint. Wow. We'll come over to the viewpoint. I'm standing here at Snoqualmie Falls, and the drop of that falls is almost 270 feet. It generates power for Puget Sound Energy, and one of the original generators that's over 100 years old is still in use here by Puget Sound Energy. Snoqualmie Falls creates its own fog, so it's hard to see Salish Lodge right now. It's early in the morning. It'll be better later today. Nice stop here. Nice beautiful viewpoint here at Snoqualmie Falls. And the lodge here is just gorgeous. It was built over 100 years ago. They have this 4-course country breakfast, which you better come hungry for that one. It is delicious. They make, I think, some of the best oatmeal around. In fact, they sell their oatmeal, and that's the oatmeal I serve. It's Snoqualmie Falls oatmeal. And Salish Lodge is famous for their oatmeal. Before they named it Salish Lodge, it was called Snoqualmie Falls Lodge. And that's why the oatmeal is still called Snoqualmie Falls Lodge oatmeal. But a great viewpoint there of the 270-foot waterfall. It creates its own mist and fog, so sometimes you can't quite see the lodge. But from the dining room you can see the falls, and from some of the rooms. Here on Ben Howard Road instead of going all the way into Monroe, and this one, Ben Howard Road, will take us to Sultan and Highway 2. We like this road instead of going all the way Monroe, which has a lot of traffic, a lot of stops. This is a nice little country road. It'll still get us to Highway 2. It's away from the traffic. Got some nice twisty turny roads. And some farms and scenery along the way. Just a nice little alternative road. And it's always nice finding these little roads that are really great for motorcycles. Welcome to the Cascade Loop Scenic Highway. Highway 2, and it's considered the Cascade Loop Scenic Byway. Well, whenever I go through a tunnel, you know the drill. Yep, we have to honk. That's the drill. Reception follows, left 1/2 mile. the times we've been across Highway 2 Stevens Pass, we have never stopped at Deception Falls. So today's the day. So it's closed right now, so maybe we'll just have to do it another day. Alright, so I'm going to slow down here, see if we can see. There it is on our right. Oops, sorry, car. Okay, we're going to back up because we have no cars. There's a flagger back down the road, and I know there's no cars coming because of the flagger. So we are going to get you this view of the falls. There we go. There we are. Oh, let me go back a little bit further for you. That is Deception Falls. Okay, onward. Because the parking lot was closed, and that meant the trail's closed, so the way over to Deception Falls is supposedly closed. I know some people are stopping there and parking and taking the hike anyway. But because we don't have any cars behind us, I was able to pull over to the right, kind of back up so you can see the falls. We're coming up to Stevens Pass ski area. So all this open area between the trees are the ski slopes. Some of the ski slopes on my right are more, but I can't turn my head that far to show you. Anyway, this is a great place to come skiing in the wintertime. They have a lot of variety of terrain. The elevation here is 4,000 feet. And you get good snow here. They get a lot of snow here. And they have a parking lot on both sides. And if you park across the street, we just went over a walkway. So they used to have these, years ago when I first started skiing, you would park on the street or on the other side of the road. You had to try and get across the road without getting hit. It's like playing Frogger with ice on the road. What a beautiful view out there. This one section of Highway 2 is really pretty along the Wenatchee River. There's a lot of places you can pull out, get some pictures, and just enjoy the view. We might get lucky today. The salmon are supposed to be running, so we might get lucky and get a view of the salmon running upriver. We'll see. We'll see what we have here. So we're going to park here. This is a picnic area, so we'll see what there is for views. So we did stop at that picnic area. We took some pictures and some videos, but we did not find the fish running today. But it's quite a sight when you do ride down this road or drive down this road and you stop and you see the fish going upstream. It's a real pretty drive coming into Leavenworth, as you have the Wenatchee River on your right. So Highway 2 is actually US Highway 2. It goes through 7 states between Washington and Michigan, and then it goes through 4 more states, New York and through Maine, and it has a little hiatus up into Canada. So it goes from Everett, Washington to the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, and like I said, from New York to Maine. And actually, when we went on our trip last year to go to see the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees and the New York Mets, we actually drove on the eastern part of Highway 2. So we've been on both sides of Highway 2, just haven't been in the Midwest area, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan area. So Leavenworth is this cute, quaint, Bavarian-style town here along Highway 2, just on the east side of Stevens Pass. They have a lot of dining areas, a lot of restaurants, they have parks, and we're going to go to Gustav's here, but they've closed off the road I see right there, so people can dine outside, out on the street. So we're going to see if we can eat at Gustav's today. So we're going to find ourselves a parking spot. So Gustav's was closed today, so we came here to Stein. We've been here before. We got a beer. I got their in-house made root beer, and we're getting their beer braised brat special plate. And we're eating outside today. Let's see, there we are. We're right out there. So Rick, what did you get us at the bakery?
Well, I have a rather nice large pretzel.
Ooh, that looks good. I like that.
And then something that I have tried, but it's like a shortbread with buttercream called a pralina.
Oh, that looks good. Yeah, we'll have to have that.
It's my dessert.
So Rick decided at that bakery to get something sweet for dessert.
Mm-hmm.
So what is that, Rick?
It's a pralina, that's what they said. So it's a
little biscuit cookie, and it's dipped in chocolate, and it looks like maybe
buttercream filling.
There you go.
So.
That looks delicious. Well, let him have his bite, and then I'll finish it off. No, I won't finish it off.
Shortbread cookie, that's it.
We get finished here. Time to get on the road. Today is pretty quiet here in Leavenworth, but I'm not surprised because it's a Wednesday, so middle of the week. It's not a weekend. During October, they'll have Oktoberfest, and then during December, they'll have tree lighting ceremonies. We're going to turn right on Highway 97 towards Cle Elum. And Highway 97 south from Highway 2 is Blewett Pass. What I like about this pass is that we got these nice twisty turnings, we got this nice canyon you're coming up in, driving through, as you're going up to the top of the pass, and in the winter it's pretty. All the snow on the hillsides and the trees. and we're in the Teanaway Valley area. And we're going to round a corner here, and it just opens up into this big valley. It just is majestic. And that is why we like Blewett Pass, is for the twisty turnings going up or down the path, and then this Teanaway Valley area. It is on my right. And in the wintertime, this will be covered in snow, and the foothills in the background would all be covered in snow. It's really gorgeous in the wintertime. Well, we're here in Cle Elum, and Rick and I stopped here at the Pioneer Coffee Roasting Company. Rick got himself a coffee, and I got myself what's called a white coffee, and that is a coffee bean that's barely been roasted. It has no coffee flavor. It actually has this kind of a nutty flavor to it. And so I had a white lightning, a mocha is what they called it. We just found out that they're going to close. We're going to close Snoqualmie Pass for some blasting in about the next hour. We have about 20 minutes to get there. So we decided to hurry up and get out of there, or hurry up and finish up our drinks and get moving so we get ahead of the blasting. Because otherwise the pass will be closed for at least an hour, and then we'll get home and it'll be dark out. And I'd rather ride home in the daylight. So try to get to Snoqualmie Pass before they close. Here we are on I-90, and this will be our third pass that we're going to go across. We were on Highway 2, and that goes across Stevens Pass, then Highway 97, which goes across Blewett Pass, and now we're on Interstate 90, which goes across Snoqualmie Pass. I-90 and Interstate 90 goes from Seattle to Boston, and we have been at both ends, the West End in Seattle and the East End in Boston. Last year we took a baseball trip to go see the Yankees and the Mets and the Red Sox. So while we were in Boston, we were on I-90 where it begins there, which is over by Logan International Airport. I'll put up above how many miles I-90 goes between Seattle and Boston. So on my left here is ski area called Kayak, and then you have some trees, and then you see the other cut through the trees. That's all considered Summit Central, and then you have Summit West, which we're not to yet. But straight ahead, that peak straight ahead, there's kind of this rocky area right pretty much in the middle. That is part of Alpental. You can buy one pass that will. You can ski all 4 ski areas with one pass. You can buy a lift ticket that will ski all 4 areas. They have a shuttle bus to get to the different ski areas, and also from Summit West, Summit Central, and Kayak, they actually have a trail between all 3 of those. So you can just ski from one to the other to the other. So right now on my left is Summit Central. Probably has the most terrain. Oh, I know it has the most terrain and the most variety of terrain. Now we're at, get around this corner so then I can turn my head far enough around for Summit West. So on my left now is Summit West, and it's pretty wide open ski area. There aren't many trees, aren't like big trails. It's just pretty much wide open skiing. But the terrain is different depending upon where you are on that hill. So I'm trying to do this without turning my head too much. And that is Summit West. And Summit West is a great place to learn how to ski. And Rick and I are actually instructors at Snoqualmie Pass. Rick is a volunteer with the Special Olympics. It's a program called the Ski Hawks. They are a group of developmentally disabled athletes who are training for the Winter Special Olympics, in Washington State, and Rick will have 1 or 2 athletes each year that he will practice going down a race course with. He actually doesn't go down the race course with them. Most of the time, the athletes he gets, they can all do the race course just fine on their own. They all seem to, these athletes that are on the team, they know how to go down a race course, and a lot of them are quite competitive too. And there's some really good skiers in there. I teach for a private ski school called Cascade Ski School, and I've taught all levels and all abilities. I've taught from 3 years old up into people in their 60s. To the bottom of Snoqualmie Pass, get this nice little territorial view. In front of me is Mount Side, and the peak up there is 4,000 feet elevation. Get this nice panoramic view, but the trees have grown over the years, so it's not quite as panoramic as it has been in years past. I tell you that, and it's like, panoramic out there, I don't see a whole lot, I see trees. Yep, I know. But still, every time we come out of the pass, and this is like the bottom of the pass, it's kind of like, oh, look at all that out there. You really see a long way. So with that, I'm going to head home. I hope you enjoyed one of our favorite day rides here, the free pass class. You can do it clockwise or counterclockwise. Various stops along the way, lunch places to have lunch, and Leavenworth is well worth the visit. So I hope you enjoyed all the videos and all the photos.